Welcome everyone to another episode. Let's get straight to it. Today it will be a Snickers cheesecake. It's just another variant of my cheesecake. You can check my channel, there's quite a few. Today it's going to be Snickers. I'm going to show you guys, super easy by the way. If I could do it, you could do it. And I don't know what's going on ever in the kitchen, and I could do it. So let me show you guys right away real quick the ingredients. This is what we have. We have 35% cream, don't use 10%. Stop it with this diet stuff. We're making a cheesecake. And this is a no-bake cheesecake, by the way. We have Snickers bars. I'm going to be using 4. You can use 5, 6, 7. You'll see why as we go on. We have about a quarter pound of butter, and you'll see why we're going to be using that for the base with our cookies. So these are tea biscuits that I just grinded up. Very simple. You're using about 200 grams. The entire recipe, quantities, everything is going to be in the description below. We have some standard peanut butter, regular peanut butter, no fancy natural, not natural, whatever. The most commercial peanut butter you could get, it's Kraft. It was on sale. That's what we're using. We have some icing sugar in here as well. And then we have our cream cheese packets. So we have 500 grams of cream cheese. This is a little bit more than 1 pound. 1 pound is 453.5 grams. This is 500 grams. Remember guys, before you get started, keep your cream cheese outside the fridge for at least a few hours to soften up. So that's easier for when you mix it, or else it's gonna be too tough. Anyways, let's get straight to it. So to do the base, very simple. All we're gonna do is we'll take the cookies, crackers, whatever you're using, tea biscuits, whichever brand you want. You could even use Biscoff cookies if you think that's better. Whatever you have, we're gonna be doing that. We'll be taking these, we'll take the butter, we'll melt it, we'll put it together in a pot, in a pan, in a double boiler, whatever. Then I'm gonna pour it down and put a foundation. This is a 9-inch pan, by the way. 9-inch, and I have a piece of parchment that I cut. Now keep in mind, if you're doing a smaller cake, maybe an 8-inch or 7-inch, obviously you reduce the quantity because then after that, your base is gonna be too thick. So this is about enough, I'd say, for a 9-inch round. Do the math. You do the area of a circle, I think pi r squared. Or if it's a square, you know, you just multiply each side. 8 by 8, for example, very popular, 64. So anyways, we're not going to get into the math, all right? We're going to stick to the recipe. Whipped cream, also, all you need is half a liter because what we're going to be using is 400 milliliters. We'll make it for the filling, and the other 100 milliliters, we'll use that. Plus, we'll use the 4 Snickers bars that we're also going to smash up. We'll melt that down as well in a double boiler because we don't have a microwave, and we'll use that as a topping. Anyways, forget all this. Let's just get straight to the recipe. Let me show you guys. It's super easy, all right? First things first, we're going to open up the stovetop. We're going to grab a pan, a pot, whatever it is we have, and we're going to be melting some butter. Very simple. And we are back. All we did was we melted the butter on the stovetop. I put the butter and the cookies in here. Now I just mix it up like this for about 1.5 minutes. I could have probably done it in 15 seconds, but I just wanted to make sure it was well mixed. Remember guys, don't try to skim out on butter. If need be, put more. Try not to put less because then it's going to be too brittle, it's going to be too dry, and it won't make a proper foundation on the bottom. Now all we do is we just simply pour it in there. Very easy guys, don't complicate things. I'm going to keep repeating that. That's the theme of this video. Stop complicating things. That's all we're going to do. We're going to put it there. We're going to spread it around now. Nice and easy. Right all over the parchment paper, which, I mean, you don't need to put it there, but I put it there just to make sure it doesn't stick on the bottom. And so it's easy to remove afterwards. Level it out a bit. There's probably better ways to do this. I don't know any better ways. Then I might do like this. Nothing happened. We'll cut that. And it looks, okay, this is super uneven. There you go. All right, remember, we're not pros here at t-shirt cooking. We just do, all right? We just do. There you go. So it looks something like this here. Now I will put this in the fridge for about an hour or so. During that hour, we're gonna prepare the filling and we're going to maybe clean some dishes and go to the bathroom, and nobody needs to know this. Cut this too. Next step. Now for the next step, what we're going to do is we will put in 4/5 of our ½ liter of cream into the mixer, and we're going to be whipping it at high speed so that it could whip the cream and become whipping cream. The only way that it does that, and I explained it in one of my other videos, there's some science behind it that it makes the air get in or something, but whatever. This cream is way past its best before date, which means it's probably still good. Because this is all a commercial scam. We're not going to throw it away. This is probably perfectly fine. All right, I've been using things past, you know what, just cut all that. Now, whilst this whips, we will take the cream cheese and we will put the cream cheese in here, if we could get it open. All right, that's one. And two, usually what I do is I cut the cream cheese into smaller pieces But this time I didn't do that because I decided to make this recipe about 5 minutes before I pressed play on the camera, which explains why the kitchen is so dirty today and why I didn't clean the kitchen. But I was busy today in the kitchen and I was not going to clean it. This is what it looks like. This is like a real video, all right? This is what the kitchen looks like on a normal day, okay? All right? It is what it is. I'm not going to start cleaning the kitchen. I need to make money from this channel, all right? Sub, like, comment, by the way, share with your friends. Only your non-unattractive friends and people who you know who are not of width, share with them. Now we're going to take the cream cheese. We're going to put it in the bowl. By the way, this is how we make the filling. Super simple. Cream cheese in the bowl, the icing sugar, 150 grams of icing sugar, 150 grams of regular peanut butter. Don't make this complicated, by the way. We're using cream cheese. There's real cheese in this cake. All right, guys, I'm trying to mix this by hand. There's powder everywhere all over my kitchen. I don't know what's going on. When the camera's not rolling, I always mix this by hand. It's fine. But I guess today we're just gonna have to get the hand mixer. All right, now I would say for reasons I can't explain, but instead I'll say for reasons I can explain because I can't explain it. Why it was so hard to turn it by hand this time is just because I didn't let the cream cheese stay out on the counter long enough. If you let it sit out for a few hours or even take it out the day before, I mean, you could turn this by hand. I always turn it by hand, but only for, you know, the theatrical purpose of it, to sensationalize the whole cooking experience. I pull out the machine, but this time I had no choice but to pull out the machine and start spinning. So anyways, it looks something like this. Now I will take the whipped cream that has been whipping. We have our nice whipped cream. Boom, look at that. Don't just put the cream in here, guys. Make sure you whip the cream. You see how it has so much more volume? And if you're gonna ask me how to do that without equipment, I couldn't answer you. Once again, see, this is something that I have to keep saying. I don't have any sort of expertise in this, guys. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, all right? Most of my videos could probably be 5 minutes long max, but they all end up being longer because I end up dragging them out by speaking in the same way that I'm doing right now at this exact moment. Now this we could turn by hand. So we'll just turn this by hand. That's it, nice and simple. And this will be our filling. You could, you know, maybe add vanilla if you want. I don't know what vanilla does or doesn't do, but I put in a lot of my recipes just because people always say you should put vanilla. I'm not gonna put vanilla this time, all right? We're gonna be rebellious, so we're gonna not put vanilla. All right, now I mixed it enough by hand. This is what it looks like. Let me just show you here with the bowl and check out the volume, by the way. Once again, don't just pour cream in here and call it a day. Whip your cream prior. Look at this volume. Look at that. Look at that, it's completely up. It's like the Dairy Queen challenge. By the way, I think I've been to Dairy Queen once in my life. I've never seen them flip the ice cream over. So I don't know why people keep saying that at Dairy Queen, they flip the ice cream over before giving. I never got that experience. All right, like that doesn't happen. You see it on TV, you see it in commercials, you see it in movies. Nobody ever flipped the ice cream. Nobody did that. Did they do that at your Dairy? They never flipped the ice cream. So it's all a big lie. It's all a big scam. Nobody takes the ice cream from the machine. That, you know, 16-year-old who's working at like $9.50 an hour, they don't care to start twirling the ice cream, playing with it, flipping it. That doesn't happen, guys, all right? I've never seen that before, all right? Especially now, like who's working there? You know, what are we doing? You know, we're just gonna cut all that, and I ended up going on like a 2.5-minute rant, so we'll just cut all that, go back to the fillings. Once the base is out of the fridge, which should be in like maybe another 45 minutes or so, we're gonna put the filling. Then we have to put the cake back in the fridge for again another hour or so. Then we'll make the topping. So there's a lot of downtime here. So guys, prep your things accordingly because during the downtime, you could clean, you could prep, you could do other things, all right? So the cake takes about 3.5 hours to make, but it's really only about 15 minutes of actual work. We'll be back in, how much time did I say? I don't know, we'll be back. Part 2 of the assembly process. We're now back. It's about an hour or so. All I'm gonna do is just take the filling and put it on top of our now solid crust. See how solid this got in the fridge? Okay, now it's brittle a bit, it's breaking down, but usually that doesn't happen. Anyway, and by the way, actually we'll use that as a learning lesson. So if it's very brittle, it means you didn't put enough butter in your mix. In my case, there was just that one spot, the rest of it is solid. Now, all we'll do is we just take the filling, just pour it right on top like this, super simple. You just can't go wrong doing this. Very simple. All we did was we just put it in, we flattened it like this, but as we could see, it still moves because it's not super cold. What we'll do now is we'll put it back in the fridge. By the way, I always put a little Scott towel underneath when I put it in the fridge, just in case if any of the butter seeps through your 9-inch baking round. At least it goes on a napkin. It's easier to clean your fridge after. If that does happen, it doesn't happen to me, but I'd rather be proactive rather than reactive. T-shirt cooking lesson right there, by the way. I should get that on a shirt. Anyway, we'll put this back in the fridge. This will be maybe about another 30-40 minutes. After that, I'm gonna show you guys how we do the topping. We're gonna take the Snickers bars, we'll take the rest of our cream, we'll melt it down in a double boiler because I don't use the microwave, and that's really what it is, guys. Super simple. We'll be back. We are now back. It's maybe an hour or so later. All I did now was I made a double boiler and I took the leftover 100 milliliters of cream and the 4 Snickers bars and I put them in a double boiler here that I had going just to melt it, and it's just like this, nothing crazy. Now we're just going to pour this over this, put it back in the fridge. That's simple. Now it should look something like this. I can't really tilt it, but it should look something like this. And I will now pick this up, put it in the fridge. This will cool off, it'll get hard, and then I'll show you the final result. We are now back, the cake is ready. Yes, we are the next day. Long story short, I've been sick all week and I ended up just falling asleep, but we are here the next day. Cake's ready. Let me show you what the napkin looks like. Napkin looks good, which means it didn't leak under. That's always good news. Now the cake, something I want to tell you, and it's very important. When you do the topping, you know how I did 4 Snickers bar and some cream? Now, if you want to put more cream, you have to be careful, because then what's going to happen is that your top is going to be too liquidy, and you see here like this, it stays. But if it becomes too liquidy because you put too much cream to melted Snicker bar ratio, it's gonna leak like a pool. So as soon as I would take this surrounding off, it would all just leak to the side. Now, unless that's what you're looking for, great. But if you do want to put more cream for the top mixing, you have to be sure to put more Snickers bar. Now, if you want it to be a harder topping, more of like maybe a custard style or just like a hard chocolate topping, put less cream. Or don't even put cream and just take some melted Snickers bars. But at $1 each, I'm not just gonna take, 8, 9 Snickers bars. They're already way too expensive. By the way, I've never even had one. That was the only time I've ever opened up a Snickers bar is just to make this cake. I've never had one before. Let's just go over exactly what it was we did. Let's keep it simple. Remember, this is going to be a long video for absolutely no reason. Once more, that's just the way it is over here. Sub, like, comment, share with your friends. All we did was, for the base, we took some cookie, 200 grams of cookie, we took some butter, melted it, made a base, put it in the fridge for an hour, took it out, made the filling, the cream cheese, the sugar, the peanut butter, mixed it up, whipped the cream afterwards, and then we mixed it together. That's our filling. Top, all we did was we melted some Snicker bars and put some cream. That's it. Super simple, guys. That's like maybe 5, 6 ingredients. Again, don't try all these super complex recipes that you see these chefs and these pro bakers doing in their $160,000 kitchens. Guys, just keep it simple. If I could do it, you could do it. This is just a really basic kitchen that I have here. No advanced tools or equipment, and we make this cake. Every time I bring this cake somewhere or any of my other cheesecakes, people always say it's the best they've ever tasted, and you make it from home. Let's keep it simple, all right? And those TikTok recipes, they don't work. If you see it on TikTok, chances are it does not work. It does not come out like that. I've tried them, they don't work. This one has the best ratios that I've tried out of all the certain styles of different Snickers cheesecake. These are the correct ratios. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Let's cut the video.